What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. Our king has finally died. We've waited many years for this moment. And unfortunately, we will be bringing our stability down to 0. If we can, we will improve our stability by 1 and 2, bringing our national tax modifier up for, I believe, 10%. Yes, we will. And of course, we now have a new national decision, the Dissolution of Monasteries Act. We would gain more national tax modifier, but of course lose some stability cost modifier. We will, of course, accept that. And we are fabricating our claims on the Ottoman Empire, and in 6 more years we are going to declare war and take a lot of new territory. I would love to take out some of the Papal states here, but unfortunately they are allied with both the Commonwealth and Austria. And we now have the ability to improve our national manpower modifier by 25%, bringing us up to 205,000. We are going to be gaining 30 administrative power and 10 legitimacy. Württemberg has left the coalition. Looks like we have 2 Savoyard regiments here. I'm hoping the rest of our nation can take them out in time. Let's improve our relations with Switzerland and possibly Burgundy as well. No matter what happens, I'm pretty sure we are going to have to outright annex Burgundy in time. Does Holland still hate us? Looks like they do. Friesland. Man, I have been playing this game for 3 hours and 28 minutes. I should probably go outside. Anyway, we are paying full maintenance. That's not going to happen. Anyway, we are going to be reducing our maintenance modifier. Trying to save up some ducats. I really need to produce more and more ships. Let's produce 50 and 50, or maybe even 40, 40, and 40. Defense times 40. This will cost 400 ducats each. 1, 2, 3. And really, we should now be over, oh my goodness, 254 ships. But, you know, obviously the more territory we claim, the more force limit modifier we can have. We are going to be seeing some Croatian separatists here sometime in the next 15.8 years. And we'll see what really happens. I could... you know, park some troops over on Dalmatia, which they are here now. And, you know, this will dissipate in time. Let's start converting the religion in Auteuil back to Protestant. Man, remember when we had... 100 years ago, we had a religious disaster. All because we could not find an inquisitor. And if we hover over our administrative powers here, you know, we do have an inquisitor. This is all we needed. But we must have spent, you know, a year cycling and wasting hundreds and hundreds of ducats trying to find an inquisitor. Had we have had that inquisitor, we certainly would have blocked that disaster. But, you know, it's just unfortunate how the game, you know, portrays out sometimes. We do have a free advisor slot. Now, I do want a +3 military advisor, but this is going to cost 17 ducats every single month. I guess that will be a price I am willing to pay. Oh my goodness. See, I wouldn't mind paying something like 9 ducats, because these are 50% off. But, oh my goodness, this is full price, and I will be seeing the full brunt of this effect. We have no legal heir, and unfortunately we are not married, so we will need to have... change that very soon. Looks like this our emperor here, Louis XIV, is malevolent. We certainly could have some better traits, I suppose, but I guess it is what it is. Disloyal estates. the nobility will like us again in time. On January of 1646, so in 4 more years, we are going to absolutely just stomp out the Ottomans. We are producing more and more of our textile manufactories, and of course, I believe we have 150,000 troops. We could produce even more, but we are not paying full maintenance at the time. We now have a marriage. Hopefully she is a very, very weak consort. I would love to have a, a 646 or even a 666 heir here, but obviously you can only dream so much. We can now invest in new technology. I am certainly not going to be spending 55% more diplomatic power because I'm ahead of time. So let's go ahead, go to our economic map modes here and go to our trade goods. We are really looking for, silk provinces, but I don't see any. I believe we have a variety of cloth provinces giving us 3.6 ducats every single turn just from this province alone. How does salt look? 3.3. What about wool? Only 2. This is very, very low. How about copper? 3.45. I believe cloth, of course, is most likely going to be where most of our ducats are coming from. Alright, so now we need to find some sort of province that has very low diplomatic development. This one has 7. Here we are. Let's bring you up to 20. And of course, we are going to be building a textile manufactory in your province. Really, I was just trying to get the most bang for my buck. I now have 40 spy network. We will begin to fabricate another claim. I have 3 claims all on these territories. I would love to take over, Kosovo here because there is a gold mine. So I'll fabricate a claim there. Let's see, Hungary hates me. Let's try to change that. A call to arms with Spain. Alright, before we even do anything, let's try to bring our army maintenance up all the way. I realized that I just missed my mark with the 1st of October. So against the Papal States, the Commonwealth, and Austria. I really, really, really think this is a horrible idea. Let's wait until the 1st of November and see how this rolls out. And of course, we are going to activate all of our forts. I think this is a horrible idea. Obviously, we would win. But, I need the Commonwealth to help me against the Ottomans. And I don't want to break this alliance, but I realize if I honor this alliance, then, of course, we are going to be very, very devastated here. Let's slowly let the game tick on. Spain is going to lose against the Commonwealth and the Papal States. But if I join in, that means I break my alliance with the Commonwealth, and I don't know if I want that. Yeah, I think I am going to do it, unfortunately. We have upgraded these galleons into war galleons, and we are going to be sending them closer to the battle, closer to the front line. Sending 44,000 units to the Italian peninsula. Might as well send as many as I can. Try to maybe even sack Rome. This was a very, very tough call to break my alliance with the Commonwealth, but it is what it is. Spain has been very faithful to me through these past 200 years, so we don't want to end this. Alright, and of course we are going to lose against these Portuguese war frigates here. And here we are. We did lose 2 ships, but that will be fine. We will go home at war, and of course we will go up to a 3-speed. A lot of countries are going to be entering a coalition against me once again. But, you know, over time, the coalitions will dissipate. And we have sent about 80,000 troops down into the Italian peninsula. Our hopes, of course, is to take out these 35,000 papal troops. We certainly have a lot more men than all of these countries. Otoy has been converted. What about Dalmatia? Let's convert you. Part of me would love to have Rome, but obviously I think Spain won't give it to me. We're most likely going to be returning some of this lost territory to Spain. We'll see what happens. They've helped me in some wars. I'm going to help them. And we are still waiting for the 46th to declare war on the Ottomans. And now we have noble officers, so for the rest of the game, we are going to have stronger generals. I'd really love to have this diplomat. How close are we to killing grounds? We are very close. About 4 more years. Looks like the Papal States are going to be sieging down Cosenza here. And slowly but surely taking out the Papal States. I wonder if I'm going to have control of these territories, or of course if Spain will. They are the war leader. On the 1st of July, we are going to have these ships be fully repaired. Might as well send them down to the Lusitanian Sea. Reconstruct some of these lost frigates. And these 44,000 troops can move down to Rome. And possibly even siege it down earlier than what we had originally thought. Woo! -28 to -7. Let's bring these 44,000 troops down as well. And we have taken out some additional ships. I'm wondering where the Spanish are. They have 55 ships here on the coast of Lyon. Or Lyon. I don't think we need to lose 850 units every month. But of course, we don't really need all of these troops here. Now we're losing 630 compared to 850. Another water shortage. Bringing us to 36%. And now I really wonder if, you know, Castile is going to be taking over any of Portugal. You know, they have been, for 200 years, no territory has been exchanged. And we have completed the siege of Rome. We are going to be trying our best here to siege down whatever we can and return territory that has been lost. So far, so good. I wonder what the war goal is. The war goal is Lusania, this province. Might as well conquer this first. And someone has left the war, most likely Portugal. Nah, it wasn't Portugal. I wonder who it was. Most likely some very small country. Pomerania, most likely. And we are about to siege down this territory. And hopefully cross the strait. Oh, into the mountain. You know what? If we could take out this territory, cross the strait. Unfortunately, we were a little late. We would have had... The Papal States would have had the mountain negativity. And we are chasing the Papal States as far as we can, and we will chase them to the ends of the earth if we need to. Portugal is going to get dominated and thrown around like a little rag doll. Part of me would love these islands, but obviously Spain won't be giving them to me anytime soon. If we go over to the religious map mode, looks like both Spain and the Commonwealth are obviously Catholic, not Protestant. I was assuming the Commonwealth was going to be Orthodox, but you know, it's fine. We are taking out more and more ships. I might as well go ahead and get these repaired. Who is left? Pretty much just Portugal. Oh, and of course the Commonwealth. I don't know how easy it will be to take them out. In 2 more years, we are going to begin our invasion. You know what? We are going to have a negative penalty here. Let's send some additional troops over. Surprisingly enough, even with a negative penalty, we were able to take out the Papal States. Well, it's not over yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to take them out. We are going to be bribing an advisor to take the blame. And we are getting closer and closer to finally ending this war. Of course, we could give them a white peace now, but we don't really want to, you know, reduce the trust of our Spanish allies here. Let's improve relations once again. Our trust is at 95, so Spain trusts us utterly. You know, they've been with us for the entire game, and they've been helping us war after war, so it is nice that we finally were able to help them, you know, release some of these nations here, or return territory from the Papal States to Spain. Now, I'm hoping some of these smaller countries, like, well, I guess it has been so long that they don't exist anymore. I was gonna have other countries be released, but I guess that won't be happening. Alright, easy enough. Let's take out the rest of the Papal States. They are about to lose 33,000 men, and they have nowhere to retreat, so they will be stack wiped. They will, of course, probably go to Syracuse, but wherever they go, they won't be able to hide. The bourgeoisie will be gaining some loyalty, trade efficiency, and yearly corruption. Negative bonuses, which is very, very nice. We will go ahead, fabricate another claim on the Ottomans. We have these 3 and Kosovo. Most likely would love to have Corfu. And we'll see what happens in the next upcoming years. So here they go. They are going to be retreating into a new territory, which they don't own. So we're going to absolutely wipe them out. And they no longer exist. Let's move whatever we can and prepare for our next war. All of our ships have been constructed, or at least most of them. We are certainly not going to be turning a blind eye. That is the last thing I want to have happen, to lose permanent tax modifiers for the rest of the game. We now have another diplomat. Okay, so We need to improve our relations with Switzerland. Let's improve our relations with Milan. And possibly even Venice as well. But of course, I would love to take Crete in time. Military access from the Friesland. And I can convert provinces to Protestantism. We will convert Picardy. Alright, we have this first 20 units. We don't need to have them go home at war. Our first 40 galleys will come down to the Gulf of Gables. We are still missing a galley. I'm assuming it's this ship. Our second 40 ships should be down here already. We'll move them to the Straits of Messina. And in 1 year, we should be able to declare war, so hopefully we can wrap this war on up. This is a very, very bad battle. I don't want to be here. Let's retreat as soon as we can. These are the Bordesian ships. They need to be protecting the Bordesian trade node. We have a free advisor slot. Is there anything super cheap? It doesn't look like it. If we can, we will be getting a minister. So we now have a diplomat for half price. Exactly what I wanted. I don't think I need this theologian anymore. And these boats could go down to the Gulf of Taranto. And I am just ready for this war to end. It's been going on for a very long time. Looks like these are boats, but of course they do need to be down here. I'm going to be sending in 5 war galleons, trying to take out whatever we can. Here comes 40 more ships. "77 ships versus 17. Alright, so none of these really, we didn't really lose any massive ships. Let's see here. We actually gained some additional ships. I wonder if we lost any merchantmen. Looks like we did not. We gained 2 transport ships, which we don't need, so we will be dismantling these and bringing these in to be repaired. These 20,000 units could head over to the Ottoman territory. Or even, let's keep some men at home just in case, you know, something bad happens that we didn't foresee, like Tunisia having transports across the way. So even though a lot of these countries, the aggressive expansion is dissipating, you know, most of these core areas here still hate us, which is fine. Once this war ends against the Papal States, I am going to be declaring on the Ottomans. Alright, we have internal conflicts down here in Peru, and it looks like we have some Spanish troops and Portuguese troops fighting on the colonial territory. At 45, we will go ahead and, oh, you know what? I wonder when this claim ends. 1464. What about Istria? Yeah, we've got some time. When our claim ends, you know, at 45, or excuse me, when we have enough spy network, we will fabricate one last claim on Llania, and we will declare our war as soon as the Spanish reconquest of Lusania ends. All right, we are going to be losing some trust. That is fine. But Spain will be getting some extra territory. So we are going to end the war now. Spain will receive their territory. They are obviously still in a war. And I'm going to be declaring very, very soon. We have a new heir. Not the best, but he's certainly not the worst. And these 5 ships can move into the Straits of Messina. Okay, so we are going to be spending a little bit of favors trying to get that trust back up. Brabant has left a coalition, which will be fine. And any minute now, we are about to declare on the Ottomans. Let's get our last claim in on Yanya. And it looks like they are in a war against Iraq, Persia, and the Ottomans. Last time Persia was their ally. All right, well, let's go ahead and declare war and see what happens. I am going to go ahead and end the episode here. As always, thank you for joining me. And in our next episode, we will have the Ottoman conquest of the southeastern or southern Greece. Thank you for joining me.